Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we got another game review recap to discuss. We're looking at the games that happened over the weekend on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're looking ahead to the games that are going to happen later today and tomorrow. And we're also going to be looking at the standings as we're only 2.5 weeks away from the start of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So we'll get to all of that coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the NHL Hockey channel. Before we begin this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. Thank you all for your support. I'll never be able to do this without you guys, so if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section below discussing all discussing today's video. Now, I'm going to start today's video once again up by looking back at the games that happened over on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So there was a ton of games on Saturday, 15 in total. There was one game on Sunday, on Easter Sunday, and then we had 8 games happen yesterday on Monday, so go to all of those here. First, we saw Florida blow a late lead, but recover, being the Detroit Red Wings 3-2 in a shootout, as they have a point 3 of 5 games and improved to 47-22-5, while the Red Wings have lost 4 straight and fall 36-30-8, so nuggets up there for Detroit. Barkov scored twice in regulation, and Reinhart was the lone goal scorer in the shootout for the Panthers in the win, while Gostisbehere had 2 assists, and Larkin and Fabry were 2 goal scorers for the Red Wings in the loss. So a bad loss there for Detroit as they fall a little bit in the playoff race. Then we saw the Vegas Golden Knights in a really tightly contested affair win 2-1 in overtime over the Minnesota Wild, thanks to this goal here from Jonathan Marchessault into an empty net. The Wild would once again, like we said a couple of weeks ago, they pulled their goal in overtime against Nashville, got an extra point, but it was really risky, and this time it doesn't work out for them as the Knights were able to get the empty net overtime winner, and due to that fact, the Wild wound up not getting a point for this game. So really interesting stuff there, but the Wild wound up coming without a point in this game. Knights now have a 6-game point streak and improved to 41-25-8, while the Wild don't get a point, as they've lost 4 of 6 and fall 35-29-9. So nuggets up there for the Wild, who wind up losing, even though it's in overtime, they don't get a point. So bad stuff there for Minnesota. Amadio, and like we said, Marchessault was the OT winner, were 2 goal scorers for the Knights in the win, while Kaprizov the lone goal scorer for the Wild in the loss. So bad loss there for Minnesota. Then we saw the Edmonton Oilers jump out to a 5-0 lead and beat the Ducks 6-1, as they have won 3 straight and 7 of 9 and improved to 45-23-4, while the Ducks have lost 4 straight and 11 of 12, and they fall to 24-46-4. Nuggets up there for Anaheim. McDavid, who had 2 goals and 8 assists, and Ekholm, who had a goal and 2 assists, both had 3-point nights. Hyman had a goal and 8 assists. Desharnais, Bouchard, and Drysdale all had 2 assists, and Fogle and Henrique also scored for the Oilers in the win, while Colonel's lone goal scored for Ducks in the loss. So bad loss there for Anaheim. Then we saw New York Rangers have a 5-goal third period that helped them down to Coyotes 8-5, as they have won 5 straight and 7 of 8 and improved to 50-20-4. While the Coyotes' loss drops them to 31-38-5. So nuggets up there for Arizona. For the Rangers, Lafreniere has first career NHL hat trick and a 5.8 with 3 goals and 2 assists. Panarin had 4.8 with a goal and 3 assists. Lindgren had 3.8 with a goal and 2 assists. Fox and Trocheck both had 2 assists, and Goudreau, Kreider, and Jones also scored for Rangers in the win, while Cooley, Michelli, and Bukes had all a goal and 8 assists. Schmelz had 2 assists, and Keller and Krause both also scored for the Coyotes in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Coyotes. Definitely a really high scoring affair, but they do end up coming on the losing side of things against the Rangers. Then we saw the Colorado Avalanche score 5 unanswered goals down in the Nashville Predators 7-4, as they have won 10 of 12 and improved to 47-21-6, while the Predators have lost back-to-back games and fell to 43-27-4. Nuggets up there for Nashville. McKinnon had 4.9 with 2 goals and 2 assists. Makar, who had a goal and 2 assists, and Rannon, who had 3 assists, both had 3-point nights. Duran had a goal and 8 assists, and Milstead, Lehkonen, and Trinan also scored for the Avalanche in the win, while Nikos had a goal and 8 assists, and Jankowski, Smith, and Fabro also scored for the Predators in the loss. So bad loss there for Nashville. Then we saw the Carolina Hurricanes open the scoring. It was all they needed, beating the Montreal Canadiens 3-0, as the Carolina Hurricanes have won 8 of 10 and improved to 47-21-7, while the Montreal Canadiens have their 3-game winning streak end, and they fall to 28-33-12 on the year. So nuggets up there for Montreal. So for the Carolina Hurricanes, Aho and Jarvis both had a goal and 8 assists. Gensel had 2 assists, and Stahl also scored, while Kachukov stopped all 26 shots he faced and shot in the victory for the Carolina Hurricanes. So very good stuff there for Carolina. Then we saw the Toronto Maple Leafs open and close the scoring, also beating the Buffalo Sabres, where the same score Carolina beat Montreal 3-0, as they have won 4 of 6 and improved to 42-22-9, while the Sabres have now lost 4 of 6 and fall to 35-35-5. Nuggets up there for Buffalo. Timmins had 2 assists, and Tavares, Robertson, and this goal here from Austin Matthews, remember Alco's Career Sportsnet, but this was Matthews' 60th goal of the season. It's his second 60th goal campaign of his career. I think he's only one of 8 or 9 players in NHL history to have multiple 60-goal seasons, so very rare feat and a very good feat there for Matthews, and we'll see if he was lined up to get 70 by the end of the season. It's going to be a difficult feat to pull off, but we'll see if he is able to do so. But Matthews, along with Tavares and Robertson, were 3 goal scorers for the Leafs in the win, while Samsonov stopped all 34 shots he faced in the shutout and the victory for the Maple Leafs. So a very good win there for Toronto. Then we saw the Chicago Blackhawks have an impressive win, beating the Philadelphia Flyers 5-1, as they have won 3 of 4 and improved to 22, 47, and 5. Although the Flyers have lost 4 straight, 5 of 6, and fall of 36, 29, and 10. For the Blackhawks, Anderson, Kurashev, and Reichel all had a goal and assist, and Foligno and Whistle both also scored for the Blackhawks in the win, while Forrester was 1 goal scorer for the Flyers in the loss. That was one they needed to have, being in a really tight playoff race, and they wind up coming up blank against one of the worst teams in the league. So bad stuff there for the Flyers. Then we saw Tampa Bay Lightning score 4 unanswered goals and down the New York Islanders 4-1, as they have a 3-game winning streak, a 9-game point streak, and improved to 41, 25, and 7. Well, the Islanders have lost 8 of 10, and they fall 31, 27, and 5. Snickers up there for the Islanders. Cirelli had 3 points with 2 goals and 8 assists. Kucherov and Hagel both had 2 assists, and Stamkos and Irish both also scored for the Lightning in the win, while Palmieri was the lone goal scorer for the Islanders. So bad loss there. Then we saw the Ottawa Senators break a 2-all tie late in the 3rd period. It's down the Winnipeg Jets 3-2, as they have won 5 straight and 8 of 11 and improved to 33, 36, and 4. While the Jets have now lost 6 straight and fall 44, 24, and 6. Records up there for the Winnipeg Jets. For the Senators, Kachuk had a goal and 8 assists, and Greg and Kachuk also scored for the Ottawa Senators in the win, while Ehlers and Scheifele are 2 goal scorers in the loss for the Jets. So bad luck game there from the Jets. Definitely one they will want to have back. Then we saw Boston Bruins blow a couple of leads, but recovered and beat the Washington Capitals 3-2 in a shootout, as they've won 5 of 8 and improved to 43, 17, and 5. Well, the Capitals have a point in 4 of their last 5 games, but do fall to 36, 27, and 10. Suckers up there for Washington. Beecher and Lindholm were 2 regulation goal scorers, and DeBrusk, Pasternak, and Shecker were 3 goal scorers in the shootout for the Bruins in the win, while Scarbosa and Carlson, who scored in his 1000th NHL game, very fantastic stuff there from John Carlson, were 2 goal scorers in regulation, and Strome and Milano were 2 goal scorers for Capitals in a shootout loss. So bad loss there for the Capitals, as they do fall in the standings, so very bad loss there for the Caps. Then we also saw the Columbus Blue Jackets overcome a 2-goal deficit and down the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-3 in a shootout, as they have ended their 6-game losing streak and improved to 24, 38, and 12, while the Penguins now have a 4-game point streak but do fall 32, 30, and 11. So nuggets up there for Pittsburgh. Werenski had a goal and 8 assists, and Olivier and Marchenko both also scored in regulation, and Severus and Texie both scored in a shootout for the Jackets in the win, while Russ had a goal and 8 assists, and O'Connor and Raquel also scored in regulation, with Crosby the lone goal scorer in a shootout for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So a bad loss there for the Pittsburgh Penguins, as they fall a little bit further in the standings and fall a little bit further away from the playoffs. Then we saw the San Jose Sharks open to close the scoring, downing the St. Louis Blues 4-0, as the Sharks have now ended their 9-game losing streak and improved to 17, 48, and 8, while the Blues have their 4-game point streak ended and they fall to 39, 31, and 4. So nuggets up there for the St. Louis Blues. As Zadina, Kunin, Granlund, and Ruda were 4 goal scorers, and Blackwood stopped all 35 shots he faced in the show and the victory for the Sharks. So a very good win there for the San Jose Sharks. Then we saw the Calgary Flames jump out to a 3-1 lead, and they would trade a couple of late goals, and the Flames wound up being the LA Kings 4-2 as they end their 5-game losing streak and improved to 34, 34, and 5, while the Kings have now lost back-to-back games and fall 38, 24, and 11. So nuggets up there for LA. For the Flames, Kadri Golden assists, Sharangovich and Kuzmenko both had 2 assists, and Coleman, Pospisil, and Uyghur also scored for the Flames in the win, while Kempe had a goal and 8 assists, and Fiala had 2 assists, and Kopitar also scored for the Kings in the loss, as they, like we said, have lost back-to-back games. So bad loss there for the Kings. Then we saw Dallas have a solid game, shutting down the Seattle Kraken 3-0, as they have won 7 straight, 12-14, and they improved to 47, 19, and 9, while the Kraken have now lost 9 of 11 and fall 30, 30, and 13 on the season. For the Stars, Johnston had a goal and 8 assists, Pavelski and Hintz also scored, and Onger stopped all 13 shots he faced in a shot and the victory. So very good win there for the Dallas Stars. Those were the 15 games that happened over on Saturday. Going over to the only game that happened on Easter Sunday, and that was the Canucks taking on the Anaheim Ducks. The Canucks blew a 2-goal lead, but they did recover and beat the Anaheim Ducks 3-2, as they have won 5 out of 6 and improved to 46, 20, and 8, while the Ducks have lost 5 straight, 12 of 13, and followed 24, 47, and 4. Joshua scored twice, including this beautiful goal here, which made 2-0 for the Canucks early. A beautiful between-the-legs goal from Dakota Joshua and Relics Credit Sportsnet, but a very good for Joshua, as the Canucks were able to get a 2-0 lead, and he did wind up also getting the game winner too. So Joshua scored twice, Miller had 2 assists, and Besser also scored for the Canucks in the win. McTavish and Zellweger, who scored his first career NHL goal, were 2 goal scorers for the Ducks in the loss. So still really good stuff there for Zellweger to see him get his first at the NHL level, but still a bad loss there for the Ducks to the Vancouver Canucks. And that that was the lone game that happened over on Sunday. Going over to the 8 games that happened yesterday on Monday. First, the New York Islanders gave up a late lead but recovered and beat the Flyers 4-3 in OT as they have won 3 of 5 and improved to 32-27-15, while the Flyers have lost 8 of 10 and fall 36-29-11. Snuggers up there for the Philadelphia Flyers. Horvat, Martin, Nelson, who had the OT winner, and Lee were the 4 goal scorers for the Islanders in the win, while Stan, Cates, and Frost were 3 goal scorers for the Flyers in the OT loss. So a bad loss there for the Flyers. Then we also saw the Maple Leafs almost blow a 4-goal lead, but keep it calm, would keep a lead, and they would hold on to beat the Florida Panthers 6-4 as they have won 3 straight and 5 of 7 and improved to 43-22-9, while the Panthers now lost 7 of 9 and fall 47-23-5. Snuggers up there for Florida. Matthews had 3 points with 2 goals and 8 assists. Nice and Robertson both had a goal and 8 assists, and both Petruzzi and Kampf also scored for the Leafs in the win, while Tarasenko had 3 points with a goal and 2 assists, and Bennett, Reinhart, and Montour also scored for the Panthers in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Panthers, especially against the team who's trying to catch them in the standings. Then we saw Columbus Blue Jackets score the first 3 goals of the game and beat the Colorado Avalanche 4-1 as they've won back-to-back games and improved to 25-38-12. Well, the Avalanche have lost 3 of 4 and fall 47-22-6. So bad stuff there for Colorado. Nylander scored twice for the Jackets. Marchenko had a goal and 8 assists. Gabranson had 2 assists, and Sillinger also scored for the Jackets in the win, while Wagner was the lone goal scorer for the Avalanche in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Colorado Avalanche. Then we saw the Detroit Red Wings score a late third period tie-breaking goal, as you can see here on Sportsnet, but they were able to break this tie late in the game, and they were able to get a huge win as they downed the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-2 as they have a point in 5 of 7 and improved to 37-30-8, while the Bolts 9-game point streak and 3-game winning streak ends and they fall to 41-26-7. Snuggers are there for Tampa. Larkin and Confer both had 2 assists, and Fabry, Raymond, Kane, and Perron were 4 goal scorers for the Red Wings in the win, while Sorelli and Stamkos were 2 goal scorers for the Lightning in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Lightning. Then we saw Pittsburgh Penguins jump out to an early 2-0 lead and never look back, beating the New York Rangers 5-2 as they now have a 5-game point streak and improved to 33-30-11, while the Rangers 5-game winning streak ends and they fall to 50-21-4. Snuggers up there for New York. For the Penguins, Crosby 3.8, 2 goals and 8 assists. Russ scored twice. Letang had 2 assists, and Bemstrom also scored for the Penguins in the win, while Kako and Roslovic were 2 goal scorers for Rangers in the loss. So bad loss there for Rangers. Then we saw the St. Louis Blues blow a third period lead but recover and win overtime over the Edmonton Oilers 3-2 as they have won 4 of 6 and improved to 40-31-4, while the Oilers 3-game winning streak ends, but they do now have a 4-game point streak and fall to 45-23-5. Snuggers is there for Edmonton. Shen scored twice. Hayes had 2 assists, and Saad, who had the OT winner, also scored for the Blues in the win, while Ekholm had a goal and 8 assists, and Draisaitl also scored for Oilers in the OT loss. So a bad loss there for Edmonton as they lose some ground in the Pacific Division. Then we saw Winnipeg Jets overcome multiple deficits and come back to beat the LA Kings 4-3 as they have ended their 6-game losing streak and improved to 45-24-6. Well, the Kings have lost 3 straight and fall to 38-25-11 on the season. Snuggers out there for LA. For the Winnipeg Jets, Perfetti, who had 2 goals and 8 assists, and Connor, who had 3 assists, both had 3-point nights. Morrissey had a goal and 8 assists, and Monahan also scored for the Jets in the win, while Gavrikov had 2 assists, and Kopitar, Fiala, and Arvidsson were 3 goal scorers for the Kings in the loss. So bad loss there for the Kings as their lead for second wildcard spot in the Western Conference is dwindling. And then we saw the Seattle Kraken open scoring with 2 goals and never looked back, beating the San Jose Sharks 4-2 as they have won 3 of 4 and then improved to 31-30-13, while the Sharks now lost 10 of 11 and fall to 17-49-8. So bad stuff there for San Jose. For the Kraken, Bjorkstrand had goal and 8 assists, Tolvanen and Schwartz both had 2 assists, and Beniers, McCann, and Wright also scored for the Kraken in the win, while Zerlin had a goal and 8 assists, and Costin also scored for the Sharks in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Sharks as they wind up falling again, and they are now at 50 losses on the season. So bad stuff there for the San Jose Sharks. But those were the 8 games that happened over yesterday on Monday. So lots of interesting games happened over the past little while. Lots of interesting games that happened over on Saturday. The interesting game on Sunday with Vancouver taking on Anaheim, and then there was a lot of interesting games yesterday on Monday. Going over to a quick game preview here for the next couple of days of game action. Later today, there are going to be 8 games of NHL action. 4 p.m. Pacific time, there are 3 games. The Capitals take on the Sabres. Capitals looking to extend their lead potentially and get back into third in the Metro. Taking on Buffalo Sabres team is trying to keep any sort of slim playoff hopes alive. The Montreal Canadiens look to postpone their elimination to a later date. Taking on the Florida Panthers team is trying and tie Boston for a top spot in the Atlantic Division. And then the Pittsburgh Penguins take on New Jersey Devils as both teams are looking to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. So they're both going to be in desperate need of a win. At 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, we have the Blackhawks taking on the Islanders. Islanders looking to try and get even closer to a playoff spot and breathe down the Red Wings and Flyers' necks. While they took on the Blackhawks, team has been eliminated and just looking to play spoiler. The Ottawa Senators look to try and postpone their elimination for a little bit of time. Taking on Minnesota Wild team is trying to get a win to close the gap between them and the playoff spots. The Nashville Predators are trying to get back on the winning side side of things and improve their lead for first wild card in the West Division, taking on a Boston Bruins team who's looking to try and extend their lead for top spot in the Atlantic Division. At 6 p.m. Pacific time, the Ducks take on the Flames. Eliminated Ducks looking to try and play spoiler, take on the Calgary Flames team who's looking to try and avoid elimination. And at 7 p.m. Pacific time, the Vancouver Canucks are trying to extend their lead for the Pacific Division title, taking on the Vegas Golden Knights team who's trying to extend their lead for third in the Pacific and close the gap between them and the Oilers for second in the Pacific. So those are going to be some interesting games that happen later today. And then there are 5 games that happen tomorrow. 2 games that happen at 4 p.m. Pacific time. The Maple Leafs look to try and clinch a playoff spot, taking on a Tampa Bay Lightning team who's trying to improve in the standings and get closer and closer to clinching a playoff spot. The 4 p.m. Pacific time, the Rangers take on the New Jersey Devils. Last year's playoff matchup, Devils trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, taking on the Rangers team who's trying to creep closer to clinching the top spot in the Metro Division. At 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, the Edmonton Oilers take on the Dallas Stars. Stars trying to keep ahead of the Avalanche and the Jets for top spot in the Central Division, taking on Oilers team who's trying to keep ahead of Vegas and LA for second spot in the Pacific Division. Then at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, the Seattle Kraken take on the LA Kings. Kings trying to keep ahead of a playoff spot. Kraken trying to avoid elimination again. And then at 7 p.m. Pacific time, the Arizona Coyotes, who have been eliminated, look to play spoiler, take on a Vancouver Canucks team who could be looking to try and extend their lead for top spot in the Pacific Division even further. So lots of interesting games that happen over the next couple of days. Lots of interesting games that happen later today, and also lots of interesting games that happen tomorrow. And lastly, here looking at the standings as of April 2nd, 2024. So as the standings sit right now, you have the Boston Bruins at 101 points, leading the Atlantic Division and have clinched a playoff spot, followed by 99-point Florida, who has also clinched a playoff spot, and 95-point Toronto. You have 104-point New York Rangers, who have clinched a playoff spot, first in the Metro, followed by 101-point Carolina, who's second in the Metro and has also clinched a playoff spot, and 83-point Philly. Then you have 89-point Tampa and 82-point Washington, are 2 wildcard teams, and they're followed by 82-point Detroit, 79-point NYI, 77-point Pittsburgh, 76-point New Jersey, 75-point Buffalo, 70-point Ottawa, 68-point Montreal, and eliminated Columbus. And those are teams that are also looking right now in the East. Meanwhile, in the Western Conference, you have 103-point Dallas leading the Central. They've clinched a playoff spot. They're followed by 100-point Colorado, who has also clinched a playoff spot, and 96-point Winnipeg. Then you have 100-point Vancouver, who's first in the Pacific Division and has clinched a playoff spot, followed by 95-point Edmonton and 90-point Vegas. Then you have 90-point Nashville, first wild card, 87-point LA, second wild card, and they're followed by 84-point St. Louis, 79-point Minnesota, 75-point Seattle, 73-point Calgary, and eliminated Arizona, Anaheim, Chicago, and San Jose. And those are teams that are also looking right now in the Western Conference. So lots of interesting stuff there. Interesting to see that St. Louis is closing in on LA for last playoff spot. Interesting to see that Vegas is now retaken third in the Pacific from the LA Kings. Interesting to see that the division races for top spots in the Central, Metro, and Atlantic are all extremely close right now. Interesting to see that the Leafs are on the verge of clinching a playoff berth. Interesting to see that the Bolts have that big of a gap for first wild card in the Eastern Conference, and interesting to see that the Jets have sort of fallen out of the race for top spots in the Central Division for right now. But those are some interesting standings updates as we sit here right now. So definitely, I'll let you get your thoughts on all this down in the comment section below. Any games intrigue you over on Saturday, over on Sunday, over on Monday? Definitely let you get your thoughts on that. Are you looking forward to any games that happen later today or tomorrow? Definitely let you get your thoughts on that too. And what do you think about the standings? Anything jump out to you as a little bit of a surprise as of right now? Definitely let you get your thoughts on all that down in the comment section below. That's all I'm going to talk about for today. Remember to like this video, and if you really liked it, remember to subscribe down below. Thank you for all of your support. I'm never able to with you guys, so if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below so we can discuss today's video. I also do a blog talking about news, rumors, analysis, stuff like that, so if you check that out, I'll link down in the description below. And can't wait to see you guys all for next video. See you guys soon.